I want to talk about Happiness is Egg Shaped quickly. So it's 5 years old this year, and I noticed you celebrated the birthday for it. Like, so how did Happiness is Egg Shaped come about? Like, how did you decide I'm going to do this?
Nonsense, social media. My middle brother, who I think regrets it, bought me a T-shirt a while ago, and it was Happiness is Egg Shaped logo, yellow on a blue T-shirt, and it was shaped like a rugby ball. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was cool, and I did like the Seahorses. I've got the Seahorses album, and it has Love is the Law, and then the next song on is Happiness is Egg Shaped. So I liked the song. I had the T-shirt, and when Facebook was still cool, before people did Insta and Twitter and that kind of thing, Facebook was, I resisted it. I didn't have MySpace or Bebo or any of those things because I didn't see the point. And the reason I went on Facebook, the sole reason I went on Facebook, was to meet up or try and find a guy I'd played with when I played at Watsonians. His name was Chris Armitage, and he played on the wing. Brilliant guy. We got on really, really well, and just we went our separate ways. And I went on with a purpose to find him, and I didn't see any point in having people that you saw all the time on Facebook, but then I didn't want to upset them by not having them on, and it grew and grew and grew. And as I say, I don't really go to the pub, and I tend to have an opinion on most things, nothing that's important. Don't ask me about politics, don't ask me about a whole load of things, but I tended to have an opinion on things like rugby, like sport, and I would post a rant. Just nonsense. One of my mates who's from Peebles, actually, you might know, Richard Edge, he quite often sends me a message going, I can't read your posts because they're too long. I can't be bothered. And then if he does read them, he'll post, that was actually quite good. I got to the end of that, or something along those lines. And I started to sign them off with Happiness is Egg Shaped. And people started to kind of refer to it. And then I was using my own personal Facebook to sort of do things and also try and promote myself as a bit of an after dinner speaker. And I thought, right, I think I'd rather do this through almost a third party. So I had the Happiness Egg Shaped Facebook page. That then led me to a great lady, Jenny Robertson, who made my website for me. So Jenny helped me put all that together and put the photos on it and explain to an IT idiot how I could keep it updated and what I could do. And then Twitter came along, and then I got some hats, and I tried to get some T-shirts, and it just snowballed. And the reason it snowballed was because people quite liked it, and I liked that people liked it. It wasn't necessarily that they liked me. It was just that there was something we were sharing that they quite liked, and that gave me a bit of a buzz. Because I don't go to the pub, or I've got time to be on social media, and I was just trying. I'm not controversial in any way, shape, or form. I don't really have a massive opinion on the politics of sport or rugby. I can see when I don't like things, and I might comment on it. But I wanted to try and focus on the good stuff, the stuff that kept me going back. I've got no caps, I've got no medals, but I love the game. But the reason I love the game is because of the people in it, and I wanted to try and show that in the best light. And I've posted a couple of things that I've regretted and I've taken down. I've sent a couple of apologies to people because I was maybe a bit insensitive, not purposefully, but I could see why they were a bit annoyed. Not necessarily snowflake, not any, just that was never my intention. So I was happy to take stuff down. And then producer Sean, who you know and love and I know and love, has been up me for about a year to do a podcast, and I kept saying no. Who's going to listen? What am I going to do? Why would people speak to me? But off the back of working with Sean through the Doddy bit in January, I got the confidence to go for it, and I was delighted when people said yes. And talking to snowballs, it just grew and grew, and we've just had Jim Telfer, and we've had Ben Ryan, and we've had Gordy Reid, who was live and bonkers, and Jim Hamilton was brilliant. He said, yeah, I'll come on, but I need to get on now because I'm about to go exclusive with Spotify and all these kind of things. So people have been really nice and really generous. I've had 3 knockbacks. 3 people have said they don't want to be on, and that's okay. That's fine. While I'm sad that they're not going to come and chat to me and maybe use it as a way to promote goodness, that's okay. It's not for them. There's absolutely no pressure. But largely people have said yes, or yes, but not now. We'll do it in future. And that's been really, really cool. And I've absolutely loved it. And normally when I talk, I see the reactions. So if I speak at a club dinner or if I'm hosting something, you can see the reaction, and I love that. I get a massive kick out of that. Having a podcast's a weird thing, because you don't get that, and there are more people listening to it than are sending me comments. There are people listening to it who have no idea who I am, which is also quite strange. And I don't listen to a lot of podcasts, but when I do, it tends to be if I'm going on a long journey, which I don't do often anymore, or I'm in the shower. So I think it's quite funny that people are possibly listening to me when they're in the shower.
You should just, you should do? Just in your next episode, just be like, and for you that's in the shower right now, make sure you wash your back or something. Just send little random things. But no, because your podcast is incredible. Your podcast is, I've commented on your post today because today you actually posted about how you just came on this journey and you were going on about it. And I said it was a big inspiration because, as you put there, I met producer Sean through work and he knew you. And ironically, he asked if I knew you and you knew me. And we went, no, we only live 20 minutes apart. We've never met each other.
Yeah.
And then, so Sean was the big inspiration behind this for me as well, to message him. So you go, you're spreading happiness there. You've encouraged somebody else to sit here and, like you say, talk to his computer and a microphone and pray somebody's laughing on the other end of it.
And see that, and that's really cool. Like I don't know if I need it. I don't, like, you tell me that is a really nice thing for me to hear. Like that's really cool. That wasn't my intention, but what an awesome side effect that you decided, right, I'm going to do this now. Whether this doesn't need to make me money, or I'd love it. Like, don't get me wrong, I would love it to make me money, and this could be my job, just talking to people, but it's unlikely, and it's probably the same for you. But we're doing it because we enjoy it, and people listening to it enjoy it. Sean, I think, likes helping us. It's made the world a much smaller place as well, and at a time, there's been a lot of luck along the way, and I'm a great believer in luck, but I'm a great believer in taking opportunities, and it's amazing how lucky you can be. And lockdown has helped because people have been needing things to listen to, so they've run out of the good things, like Jim Hamilton's one and Ben Ryan's one and Damien Hughes one. So it's like, right, next on the list is Bruce, right, we'll give that a go. So but I'm happy with that, and because I'm enjoying it. It's a bit like my rugby career. I've got no medals or caps, but I enjoyed it. I'm not getting paid for doing a podcast. I'm not the top of the charts, but I'm enjoying it, so I'm going to keep going, and when the fun stops, I'll stop.